Hello and welcome back to this channel. I'm starting this video in a car because this is a road trip video. I'm going on the Grand Tour of Switzerland. The Grand Tour of Switzerland is a road trip created by Switzerland Tourism. It's a 1,600 kilometers route that covers the main highlights of Switzerland. If you want to do the whole road trip and see all the sites they have planned for you, it would take you weeks. The tour takes you on a big circle trip around the most beautiful regions of Switzerland. It includes natural sites such as mountains or the national park, but also historic sites such as castles, old towns, museums, and so much more. I'm not doing the whole Grand Tour in one trip. I'm doing day trips. Starting it off today on this beautiful summer day, I'm in a place called Entlebuch between the city of Bern and the city of Lucerne. This is where I'm starting off. It was just convenient for me. There's no official starting point of the tour. You can start wherever you want throughout the route. But I'm starting here in this UNESCO protected area, the Biosphere of Entlebuch. With the Grand Tour, sometimes there's a photo spot, sometimes you can visit something, you can enter a site actually. Here with the Biosphere, my first spot, I'm just gonna have a walk around. There is a visitor center open throughout the week. Now it's the weekend, so it's closed at the moment. But it just seemed like the perfect place to start my tour. I have loads more planned for the rest of the day, so it's gonna be action-packed. Let's start exploring. This region was declared a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 2001. It is a pre-alpine moorland, and there is a huge diversity of plants and animals that live here. A biosphere reserve is not just a protected area, it is an area where people live in a balance with the animals and plants that are here. Of course, when you visit a place like this, there's not a specific spot you can go to. It's a vast area you can explore for days. You can easily come here for the whole day and do a big hike, or you can just come and check out the visitor center, learn something about the area, and then go for a walk around. There are so many paths that start in this area, so you'll definitely find cool things to do. I remember coming here about 10 years ago with school, and I found it very boring. We were hiking all day and I didn't really understand what was special about this area. Now I can appreciate it much more, even though I grew up not too far away from here. It's so cool to put myself in the shoes of somebody who sees it for the first time, and I'm having a great day exploring this first spot. This is also called the Wild West of Switzerland. Of course, the longer you spend here and the more you explore, the more interesting landscapes you will discover. For me now, it's time to head on to my next spot, which is going to be a medieval castle about 30 minutes from here.
Take me out, I wanna see big, big lights, they shine on me. I wanna lay my head and feel the beat.
Alright, after about a 30-minute drive, I've made it to the second stop of today. We're at the Wyher Castle. This castle was built in the 14th century, has gone through a lot of history, and in 1963 actually there was a big fire and the castle wasn't in a good state. Now some people have taken on the responsibility to take good care of it, and it's now in a beautiful condition. You can hire this place to get married, for big celebrations, and of course you can also visit the castle on several occasions. As part of the Grand Tour of Switzerland, there is a photo spot just outside of the castle. So we're gonna check that out and have a look around. We're not going to head inside this castle, but I do believe if you want to, you can go and visit it as well.
Take me out, I wanna hear 8 big drums inside my ears. I wanna lay my head and face the fear. That's my way.
So it does seem like you can only visit the castle on special occasions and events. It's definitely not open today. I've been here one time for a Christmas market. They also do specific dinners, and of course weddings, as I said, is a big thing here. It's beautiful to walk around though, because there's water all around the castle. It's a water castle. Beautiful nature around. Again, you can go for a walk if you want to. I'm now though heading on to my next spot, another medieval castle, and this one we can actually go inside. After about another 40-minute drive, I've made it to the castle of Hallwyl. This castle is about 800 years old, so there's loads of history to discover. You can head inside this one and learn about what life was like during medieval times in Switzerland. Let's go inside and buy a ticket. So I just got my tickets, 14 for an adult, 10 Swiss franc for a student, quite cheap. And there seems to be like a automatically guided tour through the castle. Really excited for it. And there we go, I had a great visit to Hallwyl Castle. I visited many years ago, so I hardly remembered anything. It was wonderful to have a look around there, and I'm now heading on to Lucerne. I'm having a great time, and it's the perfect mix of landscapes, history, and then urban lifestyle in the evening.
Take me out, I wanna see 8 big lights, they shine on me.
So before heading down to the city of Lucerne, I have stopped at another photo point. This one is located at the Hotel Chateau Gütsch, one of the most beautiful hotels we have here in Lucerne. It's a fairy tale-like castle, and you get the perfect view over Lucerne. There's also a beautiful forest to walk around, and of course you can get a drink at the restaurant of the hotel. I'm now heading down to the bridge of Lucerne, and that's where I'm gonna wrap up this first day on the grand tour of Switzerland. So I'm ending my first day on the grand tour of Switzerland in Lucerne city center and the Chapel Bridge. The Chapel Bridge is beautiful. It's considered the oldest covered bridge in Europe. It actually got burned not too long ago, but they rebuilt it, and they also repainted the paintings inside the bridge. They tell about the history of Lucerne and Switzerland, so definitely check those out when you walk across the bridge. It is super busy now in the city center. Tourism is definitely back this summer. Everybody's out enjoying the sunshine, the locals just as much as the tourists. I had a fantastic day today, starting off the grand tour of Switzerland in style. As I said, you can start it off in many different places. That was just the most convenient option for me. I will definitely be back and continue this tour. Make sure to tune in next time. Thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.